Hello, this is meteorologist Brad Winter from Region Weather Live, your YouTube source for weather across the Dakotas in Minnesota. And we're going to take just a quick little look over the next couple of days. Monday and Tuesday, we have a chance for some strong to severe storms, particularly across the Dakotas on Monday, perhaps some strong storms on Tuesday in Minnesota. So let's go on and take a look. And so here's our storm that's pulling out of the Rockies here tonight. And actually what it's doing is it's popping up some showers and storms across to Wyoming and Montana. Some of those storms could make it into western parts of the Dakotas here later tonight and eventually kind of have some shower spreading east as we get into the morning hours. Now, this low pressure system, as it continues to dig out and move into the plains area, this will kind of be the catalyst for our storms going into Monday evening. We have a nice little shortwave that pops out of here. We'll probably be bringing some strong to severe storms across western parts of South Dakota, perhaps southwest North Dakota. And then as you take a look at the flow here, we've got that southwest to northeasterly flow. So as these storms develop, we're going to be looking at those storms streaming off to the north and east through the overnight hours. So above me, you can get a little bit of a time stamp of what the model is showing. And actually, currently, there is a strong or a special weather statement going on in northeastern parts of Montana here this Sunday evening. So some stronger storms pulling out of there. I don't really think they're going to be much of a problem as they make it into North Dakota. But nevertheless, we are looking at some storms moving into the western Dakotas late tonight, and then as you can see, some showers and storms in the morning hours. And then more so, what we're going to be focusing on is going to be back here, back down to the southwest. You can see this yellow shaded area in through here. That's our slight risk, our 2 out of 5 risk of some severe storms, and then our marginal risk within this region here. That's our 1 out of 5 risk for the potential for some severe storms. But again, taking a look, you can see those storms pulling out of Wyoming, Montana, and moving into the western Dakotas and moving to the northeast as we get into the overnight hours. Now, some of these rains, I mean, we're going to be talking mainly about some large hail, perhaps some strong damaging winds with this. That's going to be the main issue. But look at this. This could be bringing a fair amount of rain across parts of our region as well, where we're going to be looking over an inch of rain possible over particularly western and central parts of the Dakotas. So that's going to be a nice little relief, something we haven't really seen a whole lot of. Now, as we get into Tuesday, that marginal risk shifts into eastern parts of Minnesota. You can see those storms developing a little bit later on in the afternoon here. They really begin to pop up from Duluth to Brainerd down to St. Cloud and Minneapolis before they kind of eventually move off to the south and east through the evening hours Tuesday evening. Upper level winds won't be all that strong going into Tuesday, but the main issue is probably going to be the Cape values. So we're going to be warm. We're going to be humid still. We're going to be seeing Cape values reaching near 2,000 joules per kilogram. So basically what we're really looking at ultimately is more of a hail threat going into Tuesday. Now, some of those showers and storms could linger into the night, Tuesday night, and into early parts of Wednesday morning before that system finally moves off to the south and east. Our next chance for storms probably won't come more so until Friday when we have another little system that pulls out, perhaps brings some showers and storms across, particularly western North Dakota. Late Friday is probably when our next chance will be once this first system moves on through. So we'll have to take a little bit closer look at that as we get a little bit later on into the week. And so as I mentioned, there's going to be a fair amount of rain that could drop out of this system that moves through, and here's kind of what the Weather Service has as of now, anywhere from an inch to an inch and a half to possibly even as much as 2 inches up in northwestern parts of South Dakota, even around an inch is possible across northeastern parts of Minnesota. Now, we're kind of in the thick of harvest, but still, some of those late fall, those more fall type of crops that get harvested, they still definitely need the rain. The beans, the beets, that kind of type of crops still are going to be needing a little bit of moisture here. So that'll be good to get some of that down on the ground. So yeah, a little bit of rain coming here at the early part of this week. And so we're going to take a look at those high temperatures through the week. And yeah, we still have those hot temperatures down, particularly across South Dakota, where we're looking at the triple digits still, upper 90s across southern parts of Minnesota. Hot, hot, hot down there. But here comes that relief. Here comes that cold front. You can see those high temperatures only in the 70s in northwestern parts of North Dakota on Monday. On Tuesday, let's play Find the Cold Front, and yep, there it is, as we have the 80s and 90s out ahead of it, 60s and 70s on the backside of that cold front on Tuesday. And of course, by Wednesday, that cold front completes its sweep through the region. We have highs only around 60 possible across northern parts of Minnesota, still near 80 down in southwestern parts of South Dakota. Wednesday, a little more of the same, 60 in the northeast, a little more 80s and a little bit warmer in the western parts of the Dakotas. Thursdays, we're looking at the mid-60s northeast, the 80s down in the south, 70s to the north and west. And Friday, we're generally looking at 70s to 80s. And Sunday, pretty much the same, 70s and 80s, perhaps a little bit cooler up in the northeast, where we're going to be looking at highs, maybe more so in the mid-60s. So keep a little eye on the weather tomorrow, particularly across western Dakotas and into central parts of North Dakota. Some of it could stretch into northeastern parts of North Dakota, but I think western and central parts have probably got a little bit better chance. We're looking at that hail threat, perhaps some wind threat, and then again, as we get into Tuesday, parts of Minnesota will probably have some scattered hail events down there as well. So, all right, everybody, make sure, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell button. That way you know when I am on live, and I'll have the video up. I'll make sure to have the stream up on Monday. I've got nothing else going on, so I'll have the stream going no matter what for Monday. And then also that way you'll be notified when I upload a video just like this. All right, everybody, for Region Weather Live, I'm meteorologist Brad Warner, and everybody have a good day.